Hi, family. Hi, world. Welcome to part 2 of the stock market and coronavirus. As we witness how life as we know it is changing on the planet, our desire to know and to prevent can provide stress. At least that's the way my experience goes. So what we do here on this channel is we use our stress as an alarm clock. And we use our stress as the gateway to our internal wisdom. And that's what we do here. We're practicing away the work of Byron Katie to make our peace completely independent of the events surrounding us. I work with people who have been in abusive situations, and when I noticed how Trump decided that unilaterally that Europeans and people traveling from Europe are no longer able to land in the United States, I noticed in me this alarm clock that was going off, and it sounded like, oh, I've been in panicked situations like this before. And the shock and the stuckness and the discomfort that go around with it can really begin to shape our situations. And we become really vulnerable to that side of us that wants to keep things familiar and stable. So here we use those alarm clocks, our fear and the stress we feel in our bodies, to get close and to get still and to be learned from the inside. So the worksheet that we started yesterday, the Judge-Your-Neighbour-Worksheet, is on the stock market. And the statement that we worked through yesterday was, the virus is crashing the stock market. And today, so I invite you to pay attention to 1. And today we're going to do 2. And we're going to work through the rest of this worksheet. And the rest of the worksheet sounds like this. And the worksheets are available for free. In the comments, I'll put the link in there. And if this is an open invitation to you, when you would like to be held in a worksheet, then I invite you to contact me and let's do that. So, statement I want the I want the stock market to not, let me put it here so it's easier for me to read and look at you at the same time. I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. The stock market should be supported by the coronavirus. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. The stock market is dangerous. The stock market is unpredictable. The stock market is weak. The stock market is alone. The stock market is out of control. The stock market is destroying everything. The stock market is destroying our future. I do not ever want to be afraid of the stock market crashing again. So what's so fun about the work is that we're always working with the same process. We can apply this process to any concept in any situation. And the first step is to notice that physical stress that we're feeling. So in this situation, I'm feeling scared. The second step is to notice what are the thoughts that are going on behind that emotion. And then the third step, so that's like noticing and writing it down. So those are the 2 that I already completed here. The 4th step is to go through self-inquiry. This is something that you can do alone, right here with me, or be accompanied by someone. And we inquire into it with 4 questions that are always the same. And the first question is it true? And the answer to the first and second question are either a yes or a no. So I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. So I get still This is meditation. I notice my eternal I. I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. Is it true? And I listen for what's true for me. And the answer is either a yes or a no. I have a no. And when you have a yes, I invite you to honor it. I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. Question 2 is, can you absolutely know that it's true? And again, it's a yes or a no answer. Can you absolutely know it's true? I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. And the answer is yes or no. And question 3 is, how do you react? What happens when you believe the thought, I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus? So I feel like I'm put in one of those suits where our arms are tied up behind ourselves. I feel really desperate. I feel really stuck. I feel like it's unfair. My accusations that I have towards life are come up again. Life is so unpredictable. Life is harsh. Life is out of control. I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. And I notice I'm not able to get calm. I'm not able to feel me. I see all these videos of all these people on YouTube. Stock market, stock market, stock market. Projections. This desire to know. This, if only I could know, will be safe. I see this obsession with the future. I see this obsession with knowing, with control. If I can control the situation, then we're safe. Question 4, which is also always the same, is who would you be in that same situation without the thought, I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus? I'm noticing the breath fill my lungs. I'm noticing I can feel the chair underneath me. I'm noticing that I'm safe. I notice gratitude. I experience gratitude towards the stock market. I experience gratitude towards life as we know it so far. I experience gratitude towards us humans being so capable of creativity, of adaptation, of change, being such creative beings. And I feel safe. And now we go to the turnarounds. So turnarounds are the opposite. It's like, I love these pieces of glass I have here. It's like our mind is a prism. Our mind is right here, is a beautiful diamond. And when I'm seeing right here, I can only see through that way. And I'm stuck looking through that way. And so what the turnarounds do, they provide our mind to shift a little bit and to see an opposite, how it's equally true or truer. And once we find a turnaround, we want to look for 3 concrete, specific details how that can be true for us. I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. Okay, so the first turnaround that I'm noticing is I want the stock market to be influenced by the coronavirus. Now I get still again and witness what images show up. How is that true for me? Okay, so reality rules. The first example that shows up is I want the stock market to be influenced by the coronavirus because everything on this planet is connected. So, reality rules, that's what's happening, period. I want the stock market to be influenced by the coronavirus. I'm looking for example 3. I'm seeing the example that when there's a crisis situation that things change. And there's some things that we really liked before that may not be there anymore after the crisis. And there might also be some really valuable things that join the situation that are current to the world situation. So there's an opening that this unknown may have positive stuff with it. Now, those were 3 examples for the first turnaround. Now we're going to the second turnaround, which is a second opposite for I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. And the next turnaround number 2 that's showing up for me is in my thinking. Turn around to my thinking. In my thinking, I want the stock market not to be influenced by the coronavirus. Because in this moment when I'm feeling afraid, what's familiar feels safer. I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. In my thinking, I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. Because in my thinking, that's where this illusion of security exists on images that repeat from the past. So when my mind has these images that is reflecting onto the future, but these images are changing and they don't know into what, that's when my thinking starts to panic. That's where I start to feel sensations of panic. That's where I start to feel this need to control something. This is where I start to act out of confusion and desperation. So in my thinking, I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus because whatever's been up till now has been working and suffices. It's been functioning, and the results that it's been that's been providing have been familiar. So those were 3 examples. Now we're going to the third opposite from the original statement. The original statement is, I want the stock market to not be influenced by the coronavirus. And let's turn around to the other opposite. I want the coronavirus not to be influenced by the stock market. So I'm getting still. Sounds a little wild. It's like boot shopping. Let's try it on, see what shows up. Yeah, that can be true. Because the coronavirus, it's a virus that's microscopic. And I don't want the healing and stilling of the situation to be based on money. I don't want the healing and the stilling of the situation of the pandemic to be based on money. And I want the coronavirus to not be influenced by the stock market. Because it's going to run its course, and we don't know what that is yet. And right now, taking care of the virus is really important. The stock market has been known to bounce back. Okay, so that was 4 examples for the third turnaround. Now we're going to go on to the shoulds. The stock market should be supported by the coronavirus. So then we repeat the 4 questions again, and each answer comes out of meditation. The stock market should be supported by the coronavirus. Is that true? My answer is no. And how do you react? How do I react when we believe the thought that stock market should be supported by the coronavirus? And I'm seeing all these images of, you go on the phone, you see the stock market going down. I feel a disconnect. I feel this violence within me. I feel so angry. I feel like it's so unfair, and I feel like everything's at a risk. I feel like there's no way to come out. Question 4, who would you be without the thought? The coronavirus, the stock market should be supported by the coronavirus. I feel open. I feel connected. I feel eager. I'm open. So let's go to the turnarounds. So the turnarounds are opposites to the original statement. The stock market should be supported by the coronavirus. The stock market should not be supported by the coronavirus. That's the first turnaround. Should not be supported by the coronavirus. And that is the stock market is based on a sense of predictability, security, familiarity, reliability, trust in the future. So the stock market should not be supported by the coronavirus because at the moment we are standing in front of everything unknown. Nothing's left familiar. Nothing is left reliable. Everything's being questioned. Everything that we've known until now may be questioned, pulled up from underneath us. Let's go to the second turnaround. This is the original statement again. The stock market should be supported by the coronavirus. I should be supported by the coronavirus. So, how sweet a turnaround. How are you right now being supported by the coronavirus? So I'm noticing that I'm being supported right now by the coronavirus. I'm noticing my desire to serve peace. I'm noticing my desire to share what works for me and for thousands of other people. I should be supported by the coronavirus. The coronavirus is like the time's now. The crisis is now. There's nothing left to wait for. It's like, get out there, get out there, get out there. And how are you being supported by the coronavirus right now? You know, our social contacts are limited to the internet, to people we live with. I should be supported by the coronavirus right now. So how is this supporting you on your journey? We're limited to going shopping, to ordering for our happiness. How is this supporting you to find happiness independent of what we're familiar with? And then let's go to the other turnaround. The third turnaround, the stock market original statement is, should be supported by the coronavirus. And the turning around the third time to the stock market should be weakened by the coronavirus. I'm noticing how the coronavirus and the stock market are both uncontrollable. They're both having to do with people. They both do what they do. And the one provides fear, the other one acts the fear out. The stock market should be weakened by the coronavirus because what else is there left to do? When we are captured by those really frightful images of the future, what else do we do than possibly take our money out, get our money back, do what we can to get the rest of our money back? The stock market should be weakened by the coronavirus because in that moment, there's no choice. When I believe that my security comes through my money, I have no choice but to do everything possible to protect it. Even when some of those things would otherwise seem crazy. So let's go on to the fourth statement. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. So this is a new statement. So we start with the 4 questions again. The first one is it true? And the answer is either a yes or a no. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. So get still and witness what answer is true for you. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. Is it true? I have a no. And when you have a yes, honor it. And let's go on to question 2. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. Now remember, as we said yesterday, these questions are invitations to contemplation. I heard someone really clever who said, it was by Einstein, when you always do the same thing and expect to get different results, that's called crazy. It's so straightforward and simple. So these are stories that we tell ourselves all the time. Our world's financial structures are built up on them. And what is true for you, totally, personally, you. And there's no right and wrong. This is self-inquiry. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. Can you absolutely know that that is true? And the answer is either a yes or a no. In question 3, how do you react? What happens when you believe the thought, I need the stock market to provide comfort and security? Oh my goodness, my palms get sweaty immediately. It's incredible. I feel my palms are sweaty. I feel totally out of control. I see this on my phone, stocks. I feel me. It's like getting tight. I feel the pressure. I see these images of my daughter and I in the future going on our holidays. I see the money's no longer there. I see the purchases that I made in the past couple months with the foresight, oh, no problem. I see them hanging out my credit card. The accusations start. I should have known. I should have been more careful. I should have been paying more attention to the news. I should have anticipated that China will deal with a situation like this. Oh my goodness. Then I start accusing the government here. Why did they respond quicker? I hear hearing my mom's suggestion, Tammy, why don't you do this with the money? I accuse myself that I didn't listen to my mom. How do you react? What happens when you believe the thought, I need the stock market to provide comfort and security? And there's only steep red lines. And there may be a lot there. And that's why we do this. Our thoughts are like little children playing on a playground, They keep circling around until we see it, until we provide that thought with undivided attention. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. And who would you be in that moment? Looking at your phone, seeing the stock market without the thought, I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. I notice how my shoulders from inside begin to relax. They begin to spread out again. It's this space of peace. I experience comfort, and I experience security. So let's turn it around. And that will be our first turnaround. I need me, the stock market, turn around to myself. I need me to provide comfort and security. How can that be true? So for you, I want me to provide comfort and security. The first example that shows up is these images of the future of I need to know how it's going to turn out. I should not have this money not there, this image of me in old age, poverty, angry now about the coronavirus. I need me to provide comfort and security by noticing the difference between my fearful images and right now. I need me to provide comfort and security for myself by noticing the difference between reality and my judgments about reality. I need me to provide comfort and security. I need me to be able to notice, and those fearful thoughts that I experience, to be able to provide them with comfort and security on demand, to bring me home, to make my comfort and security my business, and completely independent from the coronavirus, and completely independent from the stock market. Let's go to the second turnaround to the original thought. I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. So I don't need the stock market to provide comfort and security. And the first example for the second turnaround that shows up for me is it never has. It provides me with adrenaline rushes. Wow, life's great. Beautiful, colorful dreams gonna come true. And it provides me with emotional roller coasters of deep adrenaline the other way. Fear, out of control, need to prevent. What can I do about it? So I do not need the stock market to provide control and security, comfort and security, because in the best of times, it doesn't do that. In the best of times, it doesn't do that. Going to the third turnaround, I need the stock market to provide comfort and security. Let's turn around comfort and security. I need the stock market to provide discomfort and insecurity. So how can that be true? How can that be equally true in this situation? Looking at our cell phone, stocks are dropping steep red lines going down with the percentages, 13%, minus 8%, minus 22%. I need the stock market to provide discomfort and insecurity. The first example that shows up for me is that I have another chance to find comfort and security independent from the stock market. I need the stock market to provide insecurity, discomfort, insecurity. Then I can wake up and notice, oh, there has to be another way, or not. I need the stock market to provide discomfort, insecurity, because in this moment, that's what it's doing. Past couple days, that's what it's been doing. And for as long as we know, we don't know the future. And so it just may keep doing that. So that we move on to the next statement. The next statement is judgments about the stock market. And so the stock market is dangerous, is unpredictable, is weak, is alone, is out of control, and is destroying everything. That's when we turn around to the self. So I am dangerous. We find out how that's true in this moment. I'm dangerous because my comfort, security, and my future are stuck out based on the cell phone and these red lines and these numbers and percentages. I am unpredictable because even when the stock market is doing really well, I can still feel miserable. I am weak because I believe that my security and my comfort have to do with me and my responsibility. And that makes me really vulnerable to blaming myself, to leaving my business, to accusing me and other people of things they did wrong. I am alone when I believe that I did something wrong. I feel really alone. When I believe that I should have seen something or done something differently, I feel really alone. When I should have taken my money out sooner, when I should not have put as much money in it, I feel alone. I am out of control. Yeah, when I see these images of the future and me poor, no money left, I'm totally out of control. I feel it. This desperation, this drive to change something. The stock market is destroying everything. Yeah, when I believe the stock market, I am destroying everything. Those images of what I should not have done, should have known, should have done, don't know. When I see me as being responsible for them, when I believe them as instructions and I have to do something about it, that really destroys me inside. And then it starts there and it doesn't end there. It keeps on going. The destruction keeps on going. And then we turn around to the other opposite. So the stock market, the opposite of dangerous, is safe. Stock market's safe because it responds to humans' fear. So it's reliable in that sense, and it's predictable. It responds to our fear. The stock market is strong because we are afraid, it responds. We're afraid, we take our money out. The stock market is alone. Yeah. When I vest my security and comfort in the stock market, it's alone there as a pillar, is the only thing that can serve me. Comfort and security. So it's alone. It's isolated. The stock market is in control. We pull our money out, the stock market goes down. Bad news takes place, we pull our money out. The stock market is destroying everything. The stock market is building everything up. Because we humans building everything up, we get to, the stock market's our mirror. Where are we afraid? There we go. Look in the mirror. There we have it. And statement 6 is, I do not ever want to be afraid of the stock market falling down again. And I am we turn that one around a little differently than the other ones. And it goes, I am willing to be afraid of the stock market crashing again, because it's possible that it can keep crashing. We don't know that yet. Though it just may be reality. And the other turnaround is, I look forward to be afraid of the stock market falling again. Then I have another opportunity to find my trust and experience my freedom and judge the stock market again and come a little closer. Come a little closer to that. My truth, my wisdom. Thank you so much for watching and in your interest for serving yourself peace, independent of a stock market that's crashing. And I invite you to follow the link below, and you can fill out your Judge-Your-Neighbor worksheet on the stock market, and I would love to hold you in it. And we can do that and share that with the world, who may or may not be experiencing the same anxiety with the stock market as we are. And this is a new channel, so I'd love to receive your likes and your subscriptions. Thank you. Loving you.